Hello, my name is Stanley Doc Scott. I'm with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank. I'm doing my weekly report to the African American community. They're giving them a different perspective and something to think about as a people. First of all, Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States of America. Number two, Hillary Clinton owed the African American community an apology. The African American community has been standing by the Democratic Party for a long period of time, since post-civil rights era, especially since the post-civil rights era. The Democratic Party has been using the African American community. Now, I'm not blaming the Democratic Party completely, because the African American community has not did anything to empower itself since post-civil rights era. And let's make that clear. The present leadership in the African American community is a colossal failure. Since post-civil rights era, we have regressed into a pitiful state as a people. As a people, we continue to spend as consumers over $1 trillion at this present time. Now, why our leadership is not able to take advantage of that opportunity to empower our community? Why? Well, one of the reasons that you look back, our leadership is ignorant. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. It is what it is. There's classism in the African American leadership. You have leaders, African American leaders, especially political leaders, and religious leaders who've been in position for over 20 years. And look at our community overall. Now let's make sure we get it correct. There are many African Americans in this country that are doing great things. The majority of us, middle class and below, are having a hard time because of the African American leadership failure to keep the right priorities in line. The correct priorities for African Americans, there's only 4. Rebuilding the family, education, critical thinking education, healthcare prevention. We are, as a people, we have a very poor diet. And number 4, generation prosperity. We do not need the government to provide prosperity for the African American community, because most of that money, over what we have seen, over 67% of it goes back into other people, community, other than African Americans. They use African Americans' numbers to get those money in the nonprofit arena. Most of the nonprofit organizations are run by other nationalities. very few dollars go into the African American community. And that's because of the African American leadership. You have African American leadership on the national level. It has been positioned for over 20 years. And nothing has changed in that community. The national African American leadership, religious or political, has no plan of action for the African American community. Zero. No plan of action. Even under President Obama, who met with Al Sharpton and 60 plus members of the African American community. President Obama was appalled that they did not have a plan of action to present to him. African American failed when President Obama brought the African leaders from all over Africa to talk about what we can do to build a bridge from America to Africa, to the countries in Africa. And let me put that out to my community. Africa is a continent with anywhere from, I think, 53 to 54 countries. That's where our resources are. But I will talk about that later when we talk about economic empowerment. Right now I'm talking about the political African American community leadership. They are pitiful. There are many opportunities for African Americans to empower themselves in this country, but we fail to take leadership and bring information to the community and bring back people that are working in corporate America, African Americans who are working in corporate America, making corporate America millions, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, and we are not able to capitalize on that. That's our fault. A lot of things that happening to the African American community today is our fault. And let's not get it twisted. I am well aware of what have taken place in this country against African Americans since Christopher Columbus came around the corner. There has been injustice in America. But still, at the present time, with us fighting to survive in America, we have not taken advantage of the opportunities in America. We have not taken advantage of opportunities because we know for a fact through history that African Americans can do anything any other nationality has done or doing at this present time. But because of leadership in the African American community, we continue to regress. The political leadership in the African American community has failed the people, the African American people, because they are not fighting for our resolve in our community. African American leadership should be making sure that whatever there is on the books that will empower our community, we should take advantage of it. Right here in Jacksonville, Florida, they have over 20 programs that will empower the urban core in North Bank part of Jacksonville, where most African Americans live. We are not taking advantage of these opportunities. It's as if our brain trust or the leadership, the African American leadership, don't care. Or they are so consumed with getting for themselves that they are not concerned about anyone else. So I say to the African American community, the most important thing that you get from this video is that even though I don't trust Hillary Clinton, we must vote as a community to put Hillary Clinton in place. Now, as we vote, we should make sure that our concerns are on the table. We hold her accountable and demand a seat at the table. Not with the present leadership, the African American leadership that we have today, especially those ones who've been around over 10 years, need to be replaced. Let's keep this. And I like John Lewis and quite a few, and I appreciate what they have done in the 60s here, but it's time for them to go home. They should go out and work in the communities that they represent. Continue to work in the community and share their witness of wisdom in the community. They do not need a paycheck. They said there's no reason for them to be going into work, because they said the government don't take care of them. They need to move out the way. They need to leave, follow, or get the hell out the way, because we have the Congressional Black Caucus, colossal failure. We have males, African American males around this country, colossal failure. Look at the one in Atlanta. Yeah, look at him. Atlanta in bad shape. You look at Atlanta with all that prosperity, all them corporations in Atlanta. African American in Atlanta is catching pure hell if you really look at the numbers. Let's keep it real, people. But if we continue to sit around and talk about white supremacists, what you need to keep an eye on, but don't make that your number one priority. We need to be concerned about black on black crime. We need to be concerned about police shooting down people down. But a lot of that stuff would not be happening if we had a different mindset. We rebuild our character as a people and follow the law. Because we do a lot of our young men and women out here do a lot of damage in our own community. They are killing our kids. And I can understand they may be in pain, but we cannot allow that. But the only way we can decrease that, we have to provide opportunities. And there's opportunities in the African American community. There are plenty of opportunities in the African American community. But with the leadership you have, you're not able to take advantage of it. The African American Economic Recovery Think Tank had a holistic plan that would empower our community. It'll be coming out in another week. And it's free to anyone who wants this information. It's a living document, meaning that you can adjust it, you can increase it, decrease it, take out whatever you need for your community, your family, and empower collectively what we need to do. There's no excuse, people, for what African Americans are going through. And we should be connecting with the motherland. Stop going with what you see on TV, the media showing you about Africa. There are a lot of countries in Africa, and a lot of them are doing very well. But when you're dealing with a racist media that is driven by dollars, they are going to step on anybody. Once again, they step on white folks, middle class and poor white folks. They step on them too. Cause of greed. They take advantage of the weakest link. In America, since post-civil rights, we are the weakest link. But we can change that. There's nothing on this earth African American people can't do or achieve. So I'm sending this part 2 out to you, let you know. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, most of the members of the Congressional Black Caucus, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, doesn't matter, they need to go. We need new leadership, proactive leadership, not reactive leadership. On the local level, these preachers, pastors, bishops, whatever you want to call them, they are robbing our community. Let me say it again. You can say what you want to say, and I got data, information that'll show you they have been taking money, especially since 1980. Black churches that have been taking in billions of dollars. But look at our community. So continue to play that game and let your pastor take your money. Not do anything for your kids. They're never around when you need them. Because they, right here in Jacksonville, on Monday morning, you can go to the Jacksonville International Airport and you can see 20 to 25 African American pastors leaving town on Monday morning. So, right now, we're going to finish putting together final plans for the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank. I hope you get a copy. Slice it up, dice it up, dissect it. There's solid information. Information that'll move us forward. There is a plan. And I say to you, if you're checking this out, share this information and call me on it. I'm the type of African American. I like to be called on what I say. I like to be blasted. I can take it. That's my least concern. Yes, as long as you come with an open mind, and I can show you what we can do to change our condition. Everything going on in our community is not white supremacists. It's not somebody trying to hold us back. If anybody holding us back, it's a religious group of the African American community and the political group of the African American community. Those two are doing the most damage to us since post-civil rights. When I say this to you, I got much love for my people, the African American community. They're some powerful people. We have weathered the storm for a long time. But it's time for us to land our broken spirit and rebuild our spirit through organized knowledge, a plan of action, network. All of us don't need to network together. Just a few of us get our act together so we can turn the light on for others. We just need a few to turn the light on for other African American and they will achieve in America and throughout the world in large numbers. So I say to my people, I love you. I love America. I love life. And I want the same for you. But you got to do your part now. The African American community, you got to do your part. No one is coming to save us. No one but us. So I say to you, and stop, so before I go, stop spending your money with people that does not look like you. Unless you can't get the service no other kind of way. But you got to reinvest in your own community. And if you don't have what you need in your community, build it. Put some dollars together. Work, put together a co-op. And I got all that information for you. It'll be coming out here in about another week. We have all that information. All you got to follow, make adjustments wherever you are in the country. And get busy. I don't want no excuses from anybody, because we all can do it. We all have something to offer the African American community. So once again, keep your head up. Stanley Scott with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank, sending out much love to my people.